Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome to the very first podcast. Podcast, let's say live stream of Team Nerd TV. I'm Whitey the Bro Rock.
I'm Yug Yuck.
And I'm Shadow White.
And welcome to the live stream 001. And what is going on in your background, Shadow? I hear like a whistling throughout the entire intro.
That was weird.
What's going on there, dude? Is it your microphone or what?
I don't know. I'll see if I can fix that. Hold on.
This is a great test stream so far.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, like, I had this really cool intro set up, you know, and I had to turn up my volume full blast for it. And throughout the whole thing, I hear this weird whistling.
I'm not really sure what I can do about that. Not even sure what that is.
I don't know. It might be something to do with the microphones or something, and I don't know.
Hold on, is it?
It could be my microphone, maybe.
Could be. But every time the noise is made, it's on, like, Shadow's face appears. Or mask. It's gone now. It's gone now.
That's good.
All right. Anyway, for those of you who haven't seen any Queen Creeps live streams, of course, I am one of the occasional people that show up, but so is these guys. Now,
not me.
Yeah, if you haven't been to her streams, consider yourself lucky.
Whoa.
I couldn't get onto her stream, so I just made my own.
Wow,
That's
dude.
just gonna kill me when she finds this.
Anyway, for anyone who's watching out of my 33 subscribers, why don't you tell us a bit about yourselves? Yug Yuck, you go first.
20 years old. I live in Wisconsin. I play Smash.
And that's your content, isn't it?
That's my content and my Twitter profile. The entirety of my Twitter is just Smash Brothers.
Shadow?
Okay, well, what is there to say? I'm 16. I live in South England, and I occasionally make YouTube videos about video game theories. That's about it. That's all there is to my character.
Specifically debunking video game theories.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, to be honest with you, Shadow, you have your own live streams.
Oh yeah, I do have those as well.
We got some in chat.
Yeah. Whoever, if there is a chance, if you're able to comment in like a chat or something like that, I don't know if we can see that. Is there a chat that normally comes with this? Because this is my first live stream, so I don't know how this works.
No, you'll have to go to the stream on YouTube to see it.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Just be sure to mute the video.
Yeah, otherwise there's like feedback.
Okay.
You hear like an echo. It's going to be really, really weird.
The wind in the background. I can hear the wind. There. Let's have a look and see who's in the chat right now. Tucker. Hey, get on. We have one.
It's going great.
Dude, squeaking is back.
Oh, wow.
Oh, anyway, okay, so let's just get into the actual show itself. Now, what the plan is that we're going to discuss... Dude, that's squeak.
What is that?
Maybe your mic's picking up something from around you? Whoa, that is...
I think that's coming from you.
from me.
Hold up.
mean, it ruined my freaking intro. Wow, okay. Whoever's got their mic up, I can hear myself now.
Okay.
In the middle, there was silence.
Is that better? I just tried turning my volume down.
That's probably it then. It's probably coming from your computer.
Okay.
Anyway, wait. Right, now we're going to talk about the topic. And the topic for today is... So, did you hear that topic?
Don't keep us in suspense. What is the topic?
I just played it. Guys, put your headphones in or something. Best live stream ever.
I don't actually have any headphones.
All right. Well, just have a listen. Ready? Did you hear that?
Not really, no.
Did you, Yug Yug? Yug Yug?
I think he's abandoned us.
Yo, dude, where you at?
Oh, it must be like getting something. I don't know.
He's probably getting headphones.
What is going on?
Hello. Thank you for joining us yet again for this incredibly smooth live stream.
Why are there two of me?
It's probably my microphone right now because I have to turn the volume up so people can actually hear what's going on.
I mean, there are literally two of me in this chat. Two of me in this hangout.
That's weird.
Not sure how that happened.
Did you go on
The
a
internet
different...
disconnect, and then it reconnected, and now there's another me in here.
There we go.
Now he's gone.
John Tucker, you haven't really missed anything. We haven't even you've not really started yet.
I missed everything that Team Nerds said. They said the topic is, and then my internet just died.
Oh no. I don't know if you guys have heard it in the chat. I don't know because, quite frankly, I don't know. But I did play like a fancy thing, just like that intro that I had. Oh, please tell me, Shadow White, that you heard the intro.
Yeah, I did actually hear it.
All right. Well, I'm going to use the same thing now for the topic. Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Let's see if we can do something with this. Hang on. Did you hear that?
I hear clicking.
Whoa, that's weird because the intro and this topic, they're done the exact same way. Okay, fuck it. It's Star Wars, all right?
So,
The topic is Star Wars.
okay.
Right. Rogue One was released around the winter last year. So I want to ask
Yeah, I
you
think it was
guys.
December.
Ask you guys, what is your favorite Star Wars movie? Not including Rogue One.
They'd have to give it to any of them. It would have to be Empire Strikes Back.
And Shadow.
Same.
All of us like Empire.
It'd be more strange if all of us here liked the prequels.
I can defend the prequels in many ways, but there are other many ways that I just think I just know.
Kill it with fire.
Yeah. Have you guys seen Rogue One?
Yeah.
I have. Yes.
I have not seen Rogue One, and nor has John Tucker. So we can't do any spoilers. Oh, Hannah's on there. Hey, Hannah. We can't do any spoilers
Mm.
for Rogue One.
Fair enough.
What I want to discuss is, mainly just favorites, and then we can get into a bit of nitty gritty, and we just rip into the prequels or something. Okay, favorite character.
Have to be Han.
Han. Who said Han Solo?
I did.
Oh, cool. What about you?
I don't really know. It's not really something I've thought about.
You never thought about your favorite Star Wars character?
No.
Have you got like a top 3 or something? No.
Oh god, this is awkward.
But I'm on the spot like this.
No pressure. You are a guest on this podcast. I mean, you do have an obligation to say stuff.
I'll just go with Yoda.
That's a good choice. Yoda's a good choice. Me personally, this is a sad thing because it's a stupid choice, but everyone picks it. It's Boba Fett.
Really?
Yeah, Boba
He has
Fett.
like 5 lines of dialogue in the original trilogy.
I know, and one of them was ah.
Yes.
To be fair, characters that hardly say anything can leave a lasting impact on the audience.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
So yes, that is very, very, very true. There's John Tucker's like, huzzah! No spoilers! Yay! And he's like, Yoda or Han Solo? Han Solo, probably. Pick one, dude. God.
Talking to me.
Huh?
Is he talking to me here? Or,
No, I'm picking to John Tucker.
oh.
The one commenter.
Oh, and there's someone else called Artistic View here as well.
This is Hannah's second account.
Okay.
Hey, people are watching.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, we have 4 people watching us.
Yes, because I've got the stream open in another tab.
Yeah. Me too. So yeah, hey, how's it going? All right, it's not too bad for a start, but we need to tighten this shit up for next week. Okay, so we've established our favorite film, we've established our favorite character. Now let's have some fun.
You're ripping into the prequels.
We can rip into the prequels, and we can even rip into the originals.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
We can rip into everything. Have you guys seen either the Clone Wars series or Rebels series?
Rebels and Clone Wars. Yes, I
I've
also
seen a
saw
bit of
them.
Clone Wars. The animated movie for that was horrendous.
It was absolute dog shit.
Yes.
Exactly. But the series was awesome.
Nah.
For me, the series was absolutely incredible. It's what the prequels should have been.
Focus solely on the war.
Whoa. Whoa. Sorry, there's an echo going on. It sounded like-
Hold on. Yeah, that's going
weird.
to Shadow Rights.
Is it? No.
Yeah, if you click on somebody, you can tell when they're speaking aside from the little green bar. And whenever I'm speaking, somewhat loudly. Your microphone's picking up my voice.
Hold on, I'll turn my volume down again.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
you don't have to go.
hopefully that should fix it.
You don't have to bring it up now because, of course, I've not got any more sound effects to play. I can play a bit of music in the background now. So yes, its microphone is super powerful.
Ooh. Huh. Not hearing it anymore. Oh, never mind. There it is.
All right, okay, now because they bought Lucasfilm and they got rid of a lot of the expanded universe, but they kept the Clone Wars and Rebels canon. Are you thankful for that, or do you think they're copping out?
Oh. This is the question. I couldn't really hear you. This is a great stream.
Seriously, what's the... Turn your volume down, Shadow.
If I do, I can't hear you.
Ruining it.
Is there? There's a push to talk on here, is there?
Yeah.
Setting. Doesn't look like there's a push to talk.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit better.
Good, much better. Right. Knowing that Star Wars was bought by Lucasfilm was bought by Disney, and they got rid of most of the expanded universe, but they kept Clone Wars and Rebels canon. Do you think that's good? They're kind of screwing with the continuity a bit too much.
It's always going to be. I knew there was going to be things that were going to upset a lot of people. But getting rid of the expanded universe for my all-time favorite character in the Star Wars character in the expanded universe, Galen Merrick, was a terrible, terrible idea.
Yeah, although they kind of bring an aspect of it in the new stuff. And it's echoing again. Yes, that is right, John. The stream's new code name is Echo.
Might as well be at this point.
Yeah. Seriously, if I start doing the Poker Plays videos, Shadow, you better fix that. Seriously, I'll buy you headphones. Seriously, man. You can do that if you want. I mean, I don't know. No, but right. Because of, Disney, and I've noticed one thing about Disney's version of Star Wars is that they're pandering too much to the fans of the old series.
Yeah.
And I, for one, find it really dumb. What are your thoughts on what they did with The Force Awakens?
I think what they did with the plot, just rehashing it, was terrible. But most people have already agreed on that. I can't really add anything new to that. Now, if you had seen Rogue One, I could add much, much more to this conversation.
We could just do a whole stream on Rogue One once I've seen it or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe have it as a Patreon exclusive or something like that, like a podcast or something.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if that's a good idea because I don't think, no offense, but I don't think many people would actually watch it right now.
people
We need to wait a while.
Yeah. Or we could just do I could just do a review. Maybe have guests. That could be cool.
Yeah, that could be nice.
Yeah, like we just record ourselves saying certain things and such.
We'd be trying to. It kind of feels like if we did that, we'd be trying to compete with people who've already done that, and like 2 big YouTube channels have already talked about the movie in like Channel Awesome and Red Letter Media.
Yeah, I know it's a big shame, really, because we have an opinion too. I mean, we could if we had other things to say about it that hasn't been covered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, say, like John over here, he just says The Force Awakens is just a new hope, just remaking it for the new generation of fans. I don't think it's just a new hope. I think it's like New Hope, Empire, and Return, all in one film. I think they've taken aspects of all 3 films into one, and yet somehow managed to squeeze a little bit of originality into it. But due to the fact that the only original thing about it are the extra characters, the affected Stormtrooper, that's the only thing that really is original in this whole thing.
Yeah, they didn't really do much with them, did they?
Yeah, looking back, it's really not. Yeah.
But I don't think it's as bad as the prequels, mainly because the acting's better.
Significantly.
They got a good cast. They had the old cast return. And now the thing when Han Solo appears, you'd think to yourself, Harrison Ford could probably just Crystal Skull this shit, and make it just Harrison Ford pretending to play the character he once played. But I think it was Han Solo. Truly Han Solo right there.
Yeah, majority of the actors did feel like they were reprising or reenacting how they were in the original trilogy.
John Tucker just said the ending kind of left me feeling like it was episode 3. That's interesting. I've never heard that one before. Care to elaborate? Because I'm not really sure what you mean by that, John. Interesting. Now, what do you think he means by that? That the ending made him feel like it was episode 3. I've never heard that before.
I don't know.
In what ways? How does it make you feel that way?
Yeah, I don't understand. How does it make you feel that way? Because I don't think there's anything that they ever, like Abrams ever wanted to put anything from the prequels in there. Was it because Kylo Ren was a bit of a whiny bitch that reminded me of Anakin or something? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, Anakin is the biggest whiny bitch of them all. But have you noticed that kind of is a Skywalker family trait?
It really is.
I mean, Anakin is a complete bitch, played poorly, complete bitch, played quite well, and Kylo Ren was a complete bitch, played quite well. Oh. Right. John Tucker, you came back. It left with Kylo Ren being carried off to quite possibly being like a better villain. And it opened up how there is more to be expanded on, like episode 3 for the prequel.
Here's the thing with that. In the prequels, we knew who was going to live, who was going to die, things like that. We knew everything that was going to happen. It was pretty much the whole prequels was supposed to show Anakin's slow transition towards the dark side of the Force. Everything afterwards, aka the original trilogy, we already knew what happened from there. we don't know what's going to happen post.
And like, for example, it was opening up 3 new planets and galaxies, like how Episode 3 was leaving Luke on Tatooine. How does that make? I don't understand that whole statement. What? Technically, but if you're me, you saw the prequels before the original. Okay.
So did I.
How old are you, John? How old are you, by the way, John? Because if you've seen the prequels before the originals, and I am 23, and I still saw the originals before the prequels, I was like, what? How old was I in '99? I was 6 years old, and I still saw the originals before the prequels because, you know, I was just well cultured that way. You're 14. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. I'm not gonna lie, it makes a bit more sense because, what? Dude, you weren't even born by the time Phantom Menace came out. So that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, yeah. Now, yeah, I've noticed that though, that the Skywalkers are all whiny bitches. I think that's great. At least we remember Anakin being the worst one because Hayden Christensen played him like a robot before he was even a freaking robot. It's the only problem with Christensen is that I love his facial expressions.
Yes, like intimidating he is.
Yeah.
But
Intimidating.
he's just not. I've expressed this in length before. I feel like if he had just been better in like his lines and his delivery, it actually would have worked really well.
I could never believe that the way he spoke, especially in Episode 3, where he confronting Obi-Wan properly for the first time. He chokes Padme. Obi-Wan's like, let her go, Anakin. And he's like, you know, you brought him, you came to betray me and all that sort of stuff. You turned her against me, you know, all that stuff. And he's talking like a 4-year-old after, I don't know, losing a toy or something. And I'm not just saying it sucks, but it really does suck. But you can't imagine that guy speaking in that really terrible way is later going to put a mechanical voice box in that sounds like James Earl Jones. He's like, I will now take you to the dark side, and I will also improve your voice.
Hold on. I'm getting the echo again, and I've got an idea. Shuttleway, is there any way that you could turn down the sensitivity of your mic?
No, I'm using... Hold on, I'm going to try and see if I can sort this out. I'll be back in a minute.
All right. Okay.
Yes, John Tucker. It is in story order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, but in release order. All right, artistic view, Echo. Yeah, cheeky. Stop it. Behave. Now, yeah, that's Queen. But the release order was 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and 7, which is really confusing. It's so weird.
Doesn't make any sense.
Hey, you go do what you gotta do, buddy. You got a class to go to. You do it, man. Artistic view, damn it! Stop it with your echo. Shush. It's true. Originally, 4 was just Star Wars because Lucas didn't know if it was going to take off, so he chose the 4th part of the story. and it became a hit, and he made 5 more out of it. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I do love the artistic view. Yeah, that's Queen Potato. See you later, John. You guys back? Shadow?
I never left. I've just been quiet.
Shadow gone.
He's muted himself. He's trying to figure out the situation with his microphone.
Yeah.
His microphone usually isn't like this during his streams. In fact, it's never like this.
Jeez. That's so strange how on my stream it fucks up. Not his stream, my stream.
Yeah.
Started off with a great start. I mean, I'm just tempted to ask you guys when I played the intro to just mute your mics. I mean, well, at least him to mute his mic. Like, damn you! Shut up, Shadow. All right, what were we doing? We were bitching about Aiden Christensen, weren't we? I think the best actor in the prequels was Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, yes.
He did incredibly well with the writing he was given and even the direction he was given. I think he
actually looked like the only person who was actually taking it seriously.
Yeah. And he knew, because he's such a talented actor, he knew how to work his way around the crappiness and make it good. And he always took references from the original trilogy anyway, because he kept watching Alec Guinness over and over and over again, and he was always thinking to himself, how would younger Obi-Wan do it? Like, I love in Revenge of the Sith where he fights Grievous, and the first thing he says is, hello there. I'm like, oh, that's Obi-Wan right there. Fantastic.
Just so smug.
It was brilliant. In fact, do you know I said I got the Star Wars action figure things?
Oh yeah, you told me about those.
My girlfriend got me Jango Fett, and then I was looking for an Obi-Wan, but then I found a Vader. I was like, yes, got Vader. And then I went past the shop and I went, oh my god, they have Obi-Wan. So I've now got Obi-Wan. And then I went past another shop and went, oh my god, they got Luke Skywalker. So now I have Luke Skywalker. I'm going to be so broke by the end of this. Oh, it's going to be so good, though. And we're like, these are my minions.
My precious.
My precious. Wrong franchise, dude. Who knows?
Okay.
Maybe one live stream we talk about Lord of the Rings. That'd be pretty cool.
I've never seen Lord of the Rings. I know the memes around Lord of the Rings, but I've never seen Lord of the
Rings. You watch? Have you seen Lord of the Rings? Read the books or what?
No, I have not. I do know. All I know is precious. About as much as I know.
You have to watch.
And honestly, I think that's I think it's going to be all downhill from when I hear that line.
Well, to be honest with you, the show, the films themselves are really good. It was made from a book that was said to be unfilmable, and it was done with a very low budget and an incredibly way of making it. And sure, the long films, but the long books. So I like the fact that they kind of didn't do a Harry Potter with it and leave too much out or change too much. Oh no!
What?
Shadow White just put on the chat. I decided to leave because I couldn't fix my audio and I wasn't really adding anything. Right, no, it's all right, dude. You can come back. Hey, do you know what? This is only the first live stream. You manage to fix it in the future, we're gonna do another one with you, yeah? All right. So.
Yep. Two of us.
So, okay. what thing, or what characters, or maybe plot points in all 7 films did sorry, what do you think was wasted potential in it?
Wasted potential. Let's see here. I think like Count Dooku was pretty much redeemed in the Clone Wars series, but I feel like his entire character in the movies was just wasted. He could have been so much better.
Yeah.
As with Maul.
Yes, but then again in Clone Wars.
Again, I'm choosing not to involve the Clone Wars series here. In the movies themselves, they feel like wasted potential. There's elements there.
I mean, that Darth Maul and Count Dooku were incredibly wasted, but they
in the
did
movies.
make appearances in both Clone Wars and in Rebels with Darth Maul.
Yes.
The guy who can never fricking die. I mean, Obi-Wan should have, yeah, sure, he should have cut him in half, but he should have done it vertically, then horizontally.
Yeah. And I also like
No
how he
coming
just
back from
stood there, stock still, waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, just like starts to fold away like a peeling banana. Like,
I mean, as Obi-Wan is jumping up, he just sits there and waits. You were slashing at him before. Why did you stop?
it just like zoom. In fact, that whole fight was the best thing about the Phantom Menace. But there was so much interesting stuff. I mean, I want to do this thing called the Let's Talk About It series, where I'm literally going to. I've actually looked at pretty much every review ever of every Star Wars movie out there. And I've seen a lot of people make fan fictions on changing the story to how they think it should be. But I don't think that's actually something that someone should do. I think if I do a video explaining how, even regardless of the terrible acting, the wasted character potential, and even the addition to the Clone Wars and Rebel series, there's a lot of good in what's in there. By using the lore, not so much the expanded universe, but the lore of all the characters and their fighting styles, and how some of it isn't right, and how some of it actually makes a lot of sense. Like, I can throw in a good example right here, where Dooku has just taken out Anakin and Obi-Wan in Hobbles Yoda. And in one of the coolest yet hilarious moments, has a sword fight with Dooku. A lot of people are going, oh, but this is so stupid. It makes no sense. Why is he doing this? Why did Lucas ruin Yoda? He's a powerful Force user. He doesn't use a lightsaber. Why is he flipping around? Why is this space leprechaun screaming? What's going on? You know, and I understand that scene completely. I don't hate that scene. In fact, I kind of like it. Even though I think Attack of the Clones is the worst one, that prequel trilogy.
Yeah, it is.
So much boring. And do I have to say it? I don't like the band. It's coarse, rough, and irritating. It gets everywhere.
The memes.
So much cringe. It's supposed to be a romantic scene. Stop talking about your fucking sand issues. You live on Tatooine. That's probably why he doesn't like sand, actually. But still. And to be fair, that conversation makes sense because Padme mentions going to the beach in Naboo.
It looks like you were trying to instinctively stop yourself from speaking there.
Kind of, yeah. But that's the thing. That's what the plan I want to do for the Let's Talk About series is analyze the movie frame by goddamn frame, plot point by plot points, and line by line to see if you can squeeze some good out of these shitty movies. Now, that sounds more original than just coming up with a review.
Yeah.
It's time consuming, but by the end of it would make sense. Anyway, back to the Yoda thing. Yoda is the space leprechaun that can lift an X-wing with just his hand. You know, this is a cool character. And I know I've used Space Leprechaun twice, but it's because I've watched Bad Lip Reading and they refer to him as a Space Leprechaun, and I freaking love it. I mean, he's green, he has a weird accent, and perfect. He's tiny. Mitts off my pot of gold you have. Yeah, it is a really fun and interesting study on the fact that, one, if you look at the handbook of the 7 styles of lightsaber combat, the one who's most proficient in Form 4, which is called Utaru, which is using acrobatic flips by using the Force to take advantage, and it's usually used by smaller creatures because they don't have the advantage. The first thing you learn in the Jedi Order is how to handle a lightsaber. When Yoda was a youngling, fucking hundreds of years ago, he learned how to use a lightsaber in the first place. And he would know. And plus, this is war. And most of the time, Force powers are better for one-on-one abilities or short Force pushes. When it comes to real battles, the Force cannot be done on a very quick instinct unless it's in tiny, short bursts. And he can't do all those huge, awesome things he did in Empire. I think it was Empire Strikes Back, and he did some incredible stuff with the Force, and you don't really see him do much. And in the fight with him and Palpatine, he manages to use the Force a lot. Why? Because the Force was very strong in the Senate building, because he was up against the strongest Sith Lord to ever exist. It made sense for him to be using it, but he's up against a rogue ex-Jedi. He can't use the Force in short bursts because using Force pushes can only do so much. The reason why he let Count Dooku go in the first place is because he was saving Obi-Wan from a falling pillar. That took too much concentration, and that's what led Dooku to escape. So the best thing he could have done was take out a lightsaber and use the form of Utaru, which all those leaps and jumps are actually accomplished by using the Force. He is using the Force in his fighting style completely. He's not incredibly fit, not by any stretch of the imagination. He's just that in tune with the Force where he can Force jump, he can Force levitate, he can do all that stuff. And it makes a lot of sense because of his small stature. And on top of that, Utaru is actually incredibly physically demanding of the user, and he's used Utaru so much he's not using the Force. He needs to walk with a walking stick because his muscles are deteriorating because of the strain, and he's got severe arthritis. Take that to the bank. That one scene, that is a teaser for what is going to happen in the Let's Talk About Attack of the Clones. Try and debunk what I'm trying to say.
I really can't.
Wait till you won! Whitey wins! So yeah, let's just say I've been thinking about a lot of these things from the very beginning. Why? Artistic View, there's no echo. Why is there an echo? There's no echo. Shadow White vanished.
Yeah, hold up.
He's fixing his mic.
Yo,
Shadow, still out there. Might not be your mic. It might be Yug Yugs.
Oh, Lord.
he's like, oh, Autistic View is funny.
Back with headphones.
Oh, he's returned.
Back. Thank you so much. Awesome.
Oh, shit, what's that? Yeah, that's not me this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. All right.
Well, that whole comment you go, and I'm not coming back to the stream though. Come on. Yeah, but there's Autistic View going that Yoda, he's well fit. And then, do or do not. There is no try. That is why you fail.
I actually think that CinemaSins actually made a good point with him later on, though. For the one who said, don't try, was doing the least amount in the prequels.
That's a good point. Oh, no. He did when the war started.
They did not cover. They did not cover the Clone Wars series. They were talking about him specifically in the third movie. He spent like a majority of it doing nothing up until like the last 20 minutes.
That's a very good point. But he did have a mission on Kashyyyk. He set himself to do that. He stopped the clone troopers from killing him in Order 66. And he had to take on Sidious. But I think that they weren't focusing too much on Yoda in that film. I think they were trying to focus on Obi-Wan and Anakin. I think when you got a plot that complicated, it does push a few characters on the back burner, and unfortunately Yoda suffered that.
Oh.
Did I just do another one? Did I just do another one? Did I just do a complete smart ass move again?
That's pretty much me whenever I play a game. So
seriously, that is going to get me killed one day. But this is why I don't sleep. I don't sleep, dude. I didn't sleep a wink last night. It's this shit. It keeps going in my head. I'm like a freaking madman. Jesus. So, Shadow, did you hear my whole analysis of just one scene of Attack of the Clones?
Yes.
What did you think?
Not really sure how to respond to that. Well, it was good. I just don't know what else to say about it.
See, well, that's what I want to do, is let's talk about the Star Wars series. And so it's like that. It's an official, full, really in-depth analysis on how maybe a bad movie has some good scenes that people are overlooking because the overall film's bad.
Okay.
So that's advertising. Yay! I'm going to be doing that video. But hey, at least I've got to go to the Phantom Menace first. I mean, I'm going to do them in story order. The best to last, of course. Well, okay, no, wait, there's episode 7. So leave the best till 5th. Leave the best till 5th. And then keep going.
Yeah.
Autistic View, are you the only one that's in chat right now? I'm sorry about Autistic View. She's annoying sometimes. Oh, are you saying you're schizophrenic now? I'm sorry about my other persona. She's a little bit annoying. You know, this is like Queen Creeps all over again. She made her name into 2 different personalities. Love you, Queen. Please don't kill us. If she stumbles across the stream and really roasts us after this, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I tweeted the stream at her, but she's probably not going to see it.
It says she's away on Skype. She's probably busy doing something.
Yeah, she'll probably just eventually see this after it's released and call us assholes or something.
She'll probably start with me because I'm the one who mentioned your streams.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, let's just say she inspired me to do this. Because
what are the odds she's going to watch this part of the stream to listen to that?
Yeah. Yeah, just skip to this timestamp to whenever it is, like an hour in, and we're praising you. Yay. Don't kill us, please. We're your
dead.
friends.
We're all dead.
You can't hurt us. We're your friends. Which can hurt us, but it would be mean. Oh, this could be actually a great game.
What?
Pick scenes from the prequels that you hate, and I might try and debunk them right here, right now.
As in change our minds.
No, just give my view on it. Does sound like it could work?
Okay.
All right. But at the same time, if it's a shit scene that I think is shit, I'll say it's still shit. All right, Yug, give us a scene you hate from the prequels. Go. I'm waiting. It can be from 1, 2, and 3. It doesn't really. You don't have to look at the worst one like clones. What I'm on about autistic view is because you're freaking schizophrenic.
No pressure, Yuck.
All right, then. He seems to have no idea. Go on, Shadow. What have you got?
How about from episode 1, the first time they meet Anakin Skywalker?
Right, the first time to meet Anakin.
Yeah, as like a child.
That's a large portion of the film. Is there a specific part of that scene, of that bit?
Not really, just like near the beginning where they first actually meet him. As in like Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Well, they need parts for the ship, right? They needed parts for their ship. They landed on a planet where they just so happened to think, well, there's a trade area in here. Let's see if we can find a part for our ship, right?
Yeah, that's the bit.
Thing is, though, it wasn't the entire reason. Now, in the novelization of the film, Qui-Gon sensed the Force was incredibly strong on Tatooine.
All right, there we go. Finally.
The Force was incredibly strong on Tatooine, and he was curious. And then they find Anakin. Simple as that, really.
Mm-hmm.
Anakin just had that much Force ability in him that Qui-Gon could sense it. And there you go. It was all kind of a case of convenience versus plot, you know. There's not
explain midichlorians.
Too much. Yeah, there's not too much to analyze about it because as soon as they meet Anakin, you know, they meet everyone else. They meet that annoying Dungarian. You know, they
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, that fucking hate Gungans. Jar Jar was in Naboo though. They met him first, but he was a native to Naboo, and he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Well, actually, kind of the right time because he got his ass saved by 2 Jedi. But kind of unfortunate for the viewers, but very fortunate for that little Gungan. And I think George Lucas made Jar Jar because his kid came up with the character. And he threw the character in.
That kind of explains a few things.
And I think he did it just for his kid. And I think now his kid, as a grown up, probably look back and go, Dad, why did you listen to me?
He's going to feel guilty for the rest of his life.
You're so fucked up! Oh, fun. Let's rip up Jar Jar, shall we? The entire reason...
Try to defend everything Jar Jar does. I mean everything.
You can defend everything Jar Jar does, did you say?
Can you? Try.
Fuck no. Jar Jar's a moron. Jar Jar's the worst.
You can try and save everything.
Well, here's a few things that might be interesting. There was a rumor going around that Jar Jar was meant to be the mirror of Yoda. Artistic views seem to like Jar Jar. Fuck you.
Shame.
I know. But Jar Jar could have been great if this is a true rumor. I'm not sure if it's true, but if it was the real case, Lucas should have went through with it instead of pussying out. But Jar Jar was meant to be the Sith equivalent to Yoda. Because think about it. When was the first time we saw Yoda? He was a really annoying son of a bitch, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Quirky, weird, and freaking annoying. Jar Jar, quirky, weird, freaking annoying, an alien species. One's short, one's tall, one's, with the light, one's with the dark. And in fact, if you notice that Jar Jar's color scheme is very reminiscent of Sith colors.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has the reddish skin, the dark clothing.
Hmm.
Yoda straight up at the beginning had the sort of beige and brown with the green. That was more of a Jedi color, but Jar Jar had a very Sithish color scheme. They did the exact same thing with Anakin and even Luke to an extent when they gave them dark clothing. And I can sort of see how that would make sense, but Lucas fucked up on that promise. If Jar Jar turned out to be the sort of Sith version of Yoda, that fight between Dooku and Yoda would make even more sense because it would not be Dooku, it would be Jar Jar. Get rid of that stupid ass voice, just like Yoda got rid of his stupidness. Because Yoda, when he became serious and he proved he was a Jedi, he would stop doing all that silly laughter and had the serious voice. Wouldn't it be incredibly awesome when they find out Jar Jar is a Sith and he goes, "Oh no. Looks like me's caught now." And his eyes go even more yellow and out comes a bloody red lightsaber. How cool would that have been? His voice deepened. Bit of the Gungan leader. His character. Apart from the get rid of that thing. Seriously, what was Brian Blessed thinking when he signed that contract? Okay, George, what's the real script? Oh, come on. I think that's what James L. James stole when he did the no. Okay, George, where's the real script? Oh, come on. But yeah, I think that could have been very interesting, and that would have mean that there would be no Dooku, because Dooku seemed like a kind of shoehorned in character, because he was. Because it was meant to be Jar Jar, I think.
Yeah, that does actually make a lot of sense.
And also, even then, they did not fully forget Jar Jar's sort of bad side, because the reason why the Empire rose was Jar Jar's fault. Because he said to pass all the powers to the Supreme Chancellor. He said it himself. Let's do that.
Yeah, he somehow managed to convince them all to do that.
Yeah. He somehow, for some reason, oh, I know why. Because Padme put him in charge. That's why. In Attack of the Bloody Clones. She put him in charge at the beginning of the movie. So if anything, it might be Padme's fault. But what would Padme wouldn't know? Jar Jar's a moron. An idiot, Jar Jar wouldn't do it like that. I mean, it's not like any politician who's somehow an idiot's going to fuck up world affairs. Oh wait, hang on a minute. When was the inauguration?
last Friday.
Yeah. I think we've got a real life Jar Jar on our hands right now. Actually, shit. Okay, enough about trouble.
Well, we could have had a real life Palpatine.
We could have. Shit. Yeah. I'd rather have a Jar Jar than a Palpatine, to be honest.
Yeah.
Less dangerous, but more stupid. Hey, you suck. Okay. So yeah, that could be my debunk of Jar Jar, but Lucas didn't follow through with that. So
you have the rule of 2 to worry about.
I'm just gonna roll with the fact that Gungan's a fucking pain in the ass. And should not have been introduced in the first place. And if they were going to introduce a Gungan, which to be fair seems like an interesting race, they live near the planet's core, which is liquid core. It's an interesting concept, and it could be used quite well. But I mean, I like the other Gungan that's like the general of the army, the Gungan army. I liked him. Why couldn't they have him as the character instead of fucking the blithering idiot that is Jar Jar? And also, here's another reference. Jar Jar has a fighting style. In that battle, the battle for Naboo, with the droids and Jar Jar was mixed in there. Have you noticed that his lumbering seems a bit too deliberate?
Yeah.
And a bit too free-flowing? There's a style of Japanese art that is actually based off drunken movements. And it's incredibly deadly because no one expects it. There's a whole big scene where Jar Jar has a droid arm stuck to his leg, and he's flinging it around in such a way that it takes out the droids. That's too good to be a coincidence. If Lucas is any of the like genius that he once was from the original trilogy, and sure, he was catering more to children at that point, and he had the idea of Jar Jar being a Sith in the first place, that scene would have a bit more meaning to it. Instead of Jar Jar just accidentally winning against 3 or 4 droids with the droid arm attached to his leg. What if that's his style of fighting? He makes you underestimate him so he can strike and strike hard. I do not sleep at all, do I?
Yeah, I actually heard about that in a theory video about it.
But yeah, I think that's about it with Jar Jar. But yeah, I still fucking hate him. He's pretty much irredeemable because of the fact that Lucas didn't follow through with what could have been a fantastic idea. I blame Lucas for Jar Jar being the most hated and rightfully so hated characters in Star Wars ever. And also, what's with the whole Jamaican shit going on with them? I mean, seriously, dude. Wow. Racism. Speaking of racism, what's with those bloody aliens from the Separatists that are speaking like Asian people? Really racist Chinese sort of dictator character. Kim Jong-il from Team America was less racist than that. Hello, we are from the Separatist Party. Jesus, wow! You just not know what is this seen as racist? I don't think he's a racist. I just think he's really ignorant of stereotypes and how they do and do not work. And most of the time, they do not work. And oh god, I like roasting this thing. But hey, I want to hear you guys talk about this stuff. I mean, I'm just ranting on right now. Sure, I'm the host, but still, your guests, you have a say.
What?
Silence.
Kind of been zoning out a bit. No, honestly.
Is the people there? Yeah, thank you, Artistic View. Need another voice for a bit. Yeah. And I would talk my ear off, but still. So go ahead. Anything you want to comment on? Because I think we got to the point where we're either roasting or praising the prequels right now.
Jeez.
I really don't know what to say now.
No, I've got nothing.
Name some more shitty scenes. I don't know. But I think we're all in agreement that Jar Jar sucks, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really agree with this, but it seems a lot of people seem to hate the fight scene between Anakin and Obi-Wan from Episode 3 on that lava planet.
Yes, the Mustafar battle.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, I've got a few gripes with that scene too, but I understand why it's done wrong. Like, lightsaber dueling has improved hugely from the original trilogy. I mean, Return of the Jedi had some more dynamic movement and a bit more gymnastics. Like, you know,
Yeah.
he completely jumps over Vader's head, and Vader's about my height. He's huge.
Yeah, well, because before they were just like kind of smacking them together a couple of times.
It's like Vader just goes, you know, Obi-Wan, remember on Mustafar when we were like ninjas? Yes, I do remember. What happened? I got old and you're a cripple. Oh, yes. But yeah, I think the choreography improved a lot, but I think the best choreography I have seen in a Star Wars movie is The Force Awakens.
Any scene specifically?
The final battle, Kylo, Finn, and Rey, and or maybe TR-8R with his really cool swinging stuff. Traitor, you know, that was pretty cool. But I've noticed something that as I was like 6 years old watching The Phantom Menace, I thought it was the shit. I thought it was awesome, but looking back, as I've learned 3 forms of martial arts, and I'm even being so nerdy as to learn the 7 forms of lightsaber combat. They're not aiming for their character, they're aiming at the lightsaber. They're not fighting, they are dancing. They are not aiming at all for the other character. The fight between Maul, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon, per se, sure, it's incredible, it's acrobatic, it's something we've never seen in Star Wars, it's really freaking cool. But a lot of it is tap that lightsaber, there, do a little spin, tap, 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 tap. Now you can strike, and that is the only really time you see someone aim for a character is when Qui-Gon gets gutted.
Yeah.
And when and when Obi-Wan slices him in half. That is the only time you ever see him attack. Or maybe to get the occasional kick to the face. But they're not aiming. They didn't seem like they're defending themselves against an onslaught of an incredibly powerful Form 7 Sith assassin. They look like they're having a dance. And that's why I thought in Force Awakens, the fight choreography was a lot better because Kylo Ren looked like he was going to kill Finn and Rey. He was aiming for the character, and the blocking made more sense. And also, he did do a few flourishes and twists and jumps with the saber. He can do the stuff that they do. He's up against a more inexperienced character like Finn and Rey. They're not fully trained at all, but Kylo was quite trained because he was trained by Luke and then trained by Snoke. You know, it made sense that he could do more cool stuff. And from what I heard, John Boyega and Daisy Ridley said that during the filming of it, Adam Driver was terrifying. They thought he was actually going to kill them. So that's cool. You can't make it convincing for yourself. You can't have it convincing on the screen. But the fight on Mustafar was the closest we had to, in the prequels, aiming for the character. And even though a lot of it was like dancing. Okay, all right. Here's a bit that I think is completely irredeemable when they're swinging from this pole that's floating in the lava, and they're on 2 tow cables, swinging and slapping their lightsabers, crisscrossing each other. That is stupid.
Incredibly stupid.
Yeah, and I think the worst part about it is the dialogue.
For what little there was.
I mean, name, quote me some shitty lines from that scene.
Don't make me kill you.
See, now, do you know what? If there's Hayden Christensen saying it, but if James Earl Jones was saying it, I think it's dialogue delivery. He's saying lines that Vader would say, but he doesn't say it well at all. He says it like a toddler who's having a temper tantrum. Also, the line where everyone goes, Anakin, Emperor Palpatine is evil. And then Anakin goes, from my point of view, the Jedi are evil. You can sort of see where he's coming from. He was never granted the rank of master, and this guy was raised as a slave. He thinks he's still got that barrier over his head, and he feels like he's still enslaved by the Jedi Council. The Jedi are pretty much celebratory monks. They sit in their chairs and don't do anything until the war starts, and even then, they get in everyone's way. They try and do things that, most humans wouldn't do. And Anakin had a more human side because he was much older than the Jedi. The only one he really truly believed in was Obi-Wan. But after that whole run-in with Padme and everything, Obi-Wan was the only tie he had to the light. And he finally hated him. That's what made that scene, I think. And when he did say the Jedi are evil, if we look throughout the trilogy, you can see, if you put yourself in only Anakin's shoes and no one else's, I can get behind that. I can understand why he would think the Jedi are evil. When he learns about the Jedi way, Jedi code, and Mace Windu tries to kill the Senator, he tries to kill Palpatine. That's not what the Jedi do. He doesn't understand what's going on. He doesn't fully understand, even though he knows he's the Sith Lord. He still goes, he must stand trial. But Windu's going to get him. But he still has the desperation to protect the ones he loves. He wants to protect Padme. And Windu did something wrong. Instead of going to swipe at Palpatine and kill him, leaving Anakin able to slice off his hand, and then for unlimited power, Windu should have just turned to Anakin and said, then I'll teach you. And then Palpatine would have stood trial. Windu was the reason why he finally gave in. Windu was the final little cog that pinned it off. And that's why he thinks the Jedi are evil, because they've done so many stupid things. They've done so many bad things in Anakin's eyes. They didn't even bother giving grant him the rank of master when he himself is one of the most powerful Jedi to ever exist. And they don't give him a rank of master? What is he, another slave? That line is a freaking great line, put in the context of the film. But if it was explained a little bit better, directed a little bit better, and not spoken like a toddler, it would have been a great line. Although there is a really, really bad line that I could never redeem. When everyone just goes, it's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. My power.
There's no redeeming that.
No.
You cannot, no matter how hard you try.
Although he could say it. If he said it better, it would sound, okay, maybe a bit threatening. I still think he was too whiny.
Yeah.
Vader always said something with a calm, maybe a bit of anger, but he was calm through most of it. if he had spoken like Vader, if he had watched the original trilogy through before filming that scene, he should be like Vader, not whiny fucking killing all the sand people. Anakin. That scene was fucking awful as well. I slaughtered them like animals. To be angry is to be human. No, you get the fuck out of there, woman. You're dating a psychopath.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to the autistic view, James Earl Jones is their best friend. He's everyone's best friend. He's like a grandfather to all. Anyway, that is another line that sucks with the whole don't underestimate my power. I made this joke with a friend. I don't know if I should call him by his real name, I guess, but I go by one of his nicknames, which is Scar. And he thought, what if, Obi-Wan said, "Hey, Hayden, I have the higher pay rise. You underestimate my acting."
Oh my God.
It's just like, it's such a good one. I have the higher pay rise. You underestimate my acting. Don't try it. Okay, any more shit scenes? There is one shit scene I have got in my head that could probably make you go, but I want to see what you guys can come up with. Because seriously,
Jango Fett and Obi-Wan Kenobi's entire conversation.
Oh yeah, Jango's such a vague idiot. I mean, he's like saying, "Yeah, maybe I was there. You may have seen a Mandalorian there, but it may be someone else." And his arm was right behind him. Obi-Wan can see it. Obi-Wan is standing there right in front of Jango, and he can just peek over his shoulder just slightly and see the freaking helmet on the shoulder pads and everything right there on the floor in the cupboard behind him. Have that door open. Everyone knew if you put the name Fett after a character, you think, oh God, it's probably Boba's father. It's Boba's freaking father. Why? That is dumb. That scene is dumb. I will definitely give you that. It is dumb. I understand the reason why he's there because of the clone troopers, and he wants to know the Mandalorian who gave his DNA. That's cool. Yeah. But he's interrogating him about being a Naboo, and I think it was Coruscant, and he tried to assassinate Padme. But it wasn't him who tried to assassinate Padme. It was his lackey, changeling woman, whatever her name is, that tried to kill Padme. He just gave her the means to do that.
I'm not sure why he didn't just do it himself. That's kind of weird.
He would have did a better job, I think.
Yeah.
He would have killed Padme. That's probably why they realized he would have killed Padme. He would have stood there by the window, opened it up, and one blast of fire, poof, and he's still in his jetpack, and off he goes. Padme dead. Bye-bye. No children. No Luke and Leia. No original trilogy. It's all over. Game over, man. Game over. It would have ended really quickly. So I suppose maybe they did that because, I don't know, because Lucas is a moron or something like that. The whole assassination attempt didn't even need to be there. Although the death stick line's quite funny.
Line?
Hey, man, want to buy some death sticks? You don't want to sell me death sticks? I don't want to sell you death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life? Want to go home and rethink my life?
That's so cool. I love that bit. Do you know that guy's actually Mouse from Matrix? Death stick guy?
Really?
Yeah. It's cool. I didn't realize that until recently. I went, that's Mouse. Anywho, back to the franchise we're talking about. Yeah, then he was there. He interrogated him, and then even though he knows because the freaking armor's in the background, he's like, "I'll just wait for a little bit. I'll hide with my aquatic pterodactyl and wait for him to show his face." And he does. Well, mask. And there's a fight. Sure, there's a bit of a fight that goes on, and no one can hold onto a rope that bloody thin. I'm sorry, but He uses his kunai like sort of grappler on Obi-Wan around his wrists, and then Django falls off the edge, and Obi-Wan's like, "Oh, not good," and he goes flying down the slope, and then Django uses his sort of gauntlet blades to hold onto the wall, and then Obi-Wan's falling, pretty much free falling with this really thin wire tied up to him. He grapples it onto the wall and he holds onto it. No one can hold onto a wire that thin. I'm sorry, but fuck you, Lucas. His hands would have been sliced open. He would not hold onto it. He'd fall into the water, and he'd at least either bleed to death, die from the solid impact of the speed he'd be going to hit the water, or maybe his like swimming dinosaur will come and save him, like Lord of the Rings style. But no, there's a lot of stupid in that scene, and I can't debunk it because it's fucking stupid. Apart from the fact that Jango Fett's a fucking boss, and he did a lot more than his son did, but he still died like a bitch. Like father, like son, I guess.
Yeah.
But at least Django didn't die by accidentally being knocked by Han Solo and his jetpack going AWOL. He was decapitated by Mace Windu. At least he had a more cooler death, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still way too quick. And come on, he's standing there and he's in Mandalorian armor. Mandalorian steel can deflect lightsaber beams. He could have at least waited for Windu to come too close and lifted his arm up so the gauntlet would knock the blade away. Probably start a cool fight. Maybe have like a dark saber, the vibro blade, and maybe start have a cool fight with Mace Windu with the vibro blade. Make the vet line cool fully realized. But no, Lucas had to kill him off again, just like he killed off his son. Oh no. But not forgotten, sometimes for the wrong reasons. It's a sad thing. Any more shitty scenes? Yeah.
Trying to think here.
I can't think of any more. Go on.
Okay, the scene where Mace Windu takes a few Jedi to take out Palpatine. That scene where Anakin storms in and sees him about to kill Palpatine, Mace Windu. Palpatine does this. What? Team Nerd TV for Lift?
What?
Excuse me?
What?
Life. All right. Good thing she's an old mate of mine, so I can not be terrified. Yeah, and he does that really stupid spin and takes out 3 Jedi pretty much at once.
Yeah, that was.
And a lot of people are just like, what? But
yeah, what's the point of those extra 3 Jedi being there if they're just gonna all 3 of them are gonna be killed in the first 5 seconds?
I think they weren't expecting to be attacked.
Yeah,
then they're idiots.
They are. But have you noticed the other one? What's his name? The one with the tentacles on his head.
Oh, yeah, there was one that lasted a bit longer, but
what's his name again? Oh, I know his name because I've watched the Clone Wars series. Oh shit! What is that? Jedi Master. Plo Koon? No, is it Plo Koon? Oh, Jesus. Now. The one that smiles when Oh, and C-3PO's head's on a battle droid.
Oh yeah.
Kit Fisto. That's his name, Kit Fisto. Sounds like
Yeah.
a really naughty weekend. Now, Kit Fisto, he survived a little bit longer because he's actually one of the best Jedi, especially in the Clone Wars. He actually knows Form 1 lightsaber combat, the most basic form, to such an extent that he's pretty much on par with Mace Windu. And he knows Form 7, and that's more in tune with the dark side, but he made his own variant of it called something pod. But yeah, with a pod, I think. But that's why Mace Windu's lightsaber is purple. Well, and Samuel Jackson wanted to stand out from the crowd. But yeah, the other two characters were Jedi that were in the Clone Wars series, but they weren't really known that well. And so they were cannon fodder, basically. But there is actually a theory about one specific moment that Palpatine does. Do you know when Palpatine does that jump spin at the very beginning of the fight? You hear the sound he makes? That's not a mortal sound. That is a Force shriek. It's an expanded universe concept, I admit, but it's a Sith practice. A Force shriek is where you make a guttural, horrific noise. And when doing that, it's with a burst of Force energy, which disorientates lesser Force users. And those other two Jedi clearly weren't that good, but Kit Fisto and Mace Windu were better Jedi. Force shriek would not affect them. But Kit Fisto wasn't as good a sword fighter as he was a tactician, so he went down quite quickly. Mace Windu, as his form of lightsaber combat, harnesses a little bit of the dark side already, because his version of a pod is normally used by the dark side users. It's used by Darth Maul, in fact. And but he chose to stay with the light. That's why the lightsaber is purple. What do you do when you mix blue with red? You get purple. Yeah. And that's why the saber color he has is purple, and that's why he's a very rare species of Jedi, because not many can actually study that form of lightsaber dueling and stay in the light side. Oh, John's back. Hey, John.
Yay, someone else is here.
Yay. Friends. But yeah, that's why they sort of died, because Sidious used a Force shriek to disorientate them too. They went down like little bitches. And no, we're not talking about Rogue One. Don't worry about it. We're talking about scenes from the prequels, which I'm trying to debunk. And with the Force shriek, those two Jedi were disorientated, and Kit Fisto was cut down because he wasn't that good a sword fighter, and Mace Windu is nowhere near affected by the dark side because he harnesses it a little bit. And that's why he lasts.
Okay. I actually have to go now. I probably won't be back for the end of the stream. What is that?
Well, it was about half an hour, dude.
Sorry, it's my...
You got work to do.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you for coming back.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all right. Thank you for coming back, though. It was really nice having you on board. And hopefully next week you can come back.
Hopefully, yeah. Okay, good.
All right. See you later. So it's you and me, Yuk.
Yeah. Two of us.
Yeah. Are you awake? Are you still with us? Hold your ear off.
I'm sort of. I'm kind of sort of with you.
Hi. Oh, we have a new watcher. We have someone called Ghost in hyphens. What does Ghost stand for?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, you are good that Windu died. Windu wasn't. He shouldn't have died. And if he did die, it should have been in a more cooler fashion. But at least he survived Order 66, only to be killed by the Dark Lord of the Sith himself. So that's not too bad.
No, he was killed before Order 66 was issued.
Yeah, but if he didn't go there, he would have been attacked by troopers. He avoided it.
The fact that he was killed before it was issued.
Yeah, he managed to avoid it by getting killed first. Oh. Yeah. Anyway, let's stop talking about me being a smart Alec and let's just have some fun with this. We've got 20 minutes before I gotta go.
I don't know. It's your stream, man.
Yeah. So, all right. What do you want to see for the future of Star Wars?
Actually, the episode 8 was just announced on the Star Wars official Twitter.
Yeah.
No, seriously, episode 8 just announced. The name of it.
Oh, what's it called?
The Last Jedi. And people are already making fun of it.
The Last Jedi. You heard it here first, folks. The next Star Wars movie is called Star Wars: The Last Jedi. What the fuck?
Yeah, and here's what Jim Sterling has to say. But Mom, can't I have just one more Jedi?
No, it's the last one. Now go to your room.
Oh, wow.
The Last Jedi. Fuck that. No.
I'm not even
Unless
kidding.
they're referring to Luke Skywalker himself, because technically he is the Last Jedi.
I'm not kidding.
No, I'm just thinking if it's called Last Jedi, they might be talking about Luke Skywalker himself. Jedi.
There you go.
Fucking Last Jedi. God damn it. The Force Awakens was an incredible name for a film. The logo.
Yeah.
God, what does the logo look like?
Just put a link to the tweet in the group chat.
Last Jedi. I cannot see a logo at all. I'm not on Twitter though. That's the thing.
Well, the logo is have you seen the logo for Rogue One?
Yeah.
They kind of did. That's what they did.
Odd. And it even has like the Roman numerals 8 right next to it. Oh, come on, guys. I mean, to be fair, the logo isn't everything. We saw the logo to Force Awakens, and we were so giddy about it, and it was a bit of a letdown. So, I mean, the movie itself might actually be good.
Yeah, might.
My hopes aren't as high, but to be honest with you, what else can you rehash from the original trilogy? I think the only logical step now is to go original. I mean, I think it makes absolute perfect sense that they should go more original with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's also that. Ghost brings up a good point. It's also red, not yellow.
Which, to be fair, there was another one that was red.
You're just reaching for things to defend the new logo with now, aren't you?
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just the color, dude. And to be fair, my favorite color is red, so fuck it. Regardless of all the blue that I'm using for my channel, it just sort of stuck. Oh, the blue suits my channel. If I changed that Team Nerd TV logo to red, wouldn't you find it a bit weird?
Yeah, it'd be weird.
God, I should make a parody now. Team Nerd TV, the last YouTuber. Made it red.
Oh, wow.
I don't know so much Ghost because I think Empire Strikes Back was purple. So. I love that. Ghost is like, my car is red, so no offense, Red. I love you, but.
Oh.
Jesus. I can't believe we're doing a live stream on Star Wars. Oh.
Yeah.
How awesome is that? I picked a good topic. Unfortunately, though, next week it'll have to be a completely different topic. Unless that you want it revisited, but I'm not going to do it next week. I think give it a bit of time and we'll probably have a bit more to talk about, to be honest with you. But anyway, Yug, what do you want to see in the future films? I mean, maybe more anthology movies, 8 and 9. What do you want to see?
In 8, I'd actually I want to see Kylo Ren actually training to be better.
Yeah, I want Kylo Ren to be more powerful than Vader.
By the way, did he just go to Endor's moon and just steal that?
Huh?
He stole Vader's helmet. He's got it. Like, he worships it.
Oh, yeah. He went to Endor because he was cremated on Endor, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he just robbed a grave. Not only is he a Sith Lord, he's a fucking thief.
Well, he is born with the dark side, so you know. He can be a grave robber, you know. It's his thing. Kylo Ren looks like a young Keanu Reeves. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I suppose so, but Adam Driver, he looks actually a lot more than a guy I actually worked with. I was in a production of Frankenstein, and the actor who was playing the monster looked like Adam Driver. And it wasn't long after The Force Awakens was released, so we were ripping into that guy so badly. And this guy's taller than me. And he was just like, I'm not Kylo Ren, leave me alone. Like, you're Kylo Ren. Stop whining and you won't be anything like Kylo Ren. He was like, damn you, shut up. He probably, if he ever watches this stream, I really highly doubt it, but he'd be like, dude, shut up. To be fair, I would fear him because in Frankenstein, I had to be killed because I was playing Henry, which is Victor Frankenstein's best friend. And in order to make the sound of me choking real, I asked him to actually choke me. And he did. And I thought to myself, yeah, this guy's Kylo Ren. He can choke. He had the face as well. I was like, oh my God, he's going for it.
Yeah.
Probably all the Kylo Ren jokes really building up in him. It was great.
Hold on.
No! Oh, Ghost is going. To be fair, we've got 10 minutes.
Hey, sorry. Got that. I'm back now.
Did you go somewhere? Did you go somewhere?
Yeah. The door to this room, it doesn't close, but it's also the room with the least amount of echo. And because of that, my cat can just push open the door.
Oh, kitty. Well, I'm not going to lie, I don't miss my cats. Yeah. So Kylo Ren being more of a badass would be pretty good.
Yeah.
I want to see him in full swing. I have heard a rumor. The character that Benicio del Toro is playing is a bit of a mentor to Kylo Ren. I think he's one of the old Knights of Ren, but he's one of the better ones. And I think there's going to be a 4-way duel. It's going to be Luke, Rey, Kylo, and Benicio's character all against each other. That was a rumor that I heard, and I thought that'd be pretty cool if that was the case. That.
Yeah.
Whilst Snoke is sitting there watching, and not hologram Snoke, actual Snoke, which is very Return of the Jedi, that isn't it? Having a big battle go on while the big dark Lord of the Sith is sitting there in his throne, you know. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you want? Do you want a bit? Do you want to do a bit of speculation?
Sure.
What do you think Rey's origin is? Who's the parents?
A lot of people are just saying, "Oh my God, she's Obi-Wan's daughter." I'm just going like, "Oh my God, you people are stupid."
I can actually see that her being a Kenobi, not daughter, but Kenobi, because she's way too young to be Kenobi's daughter. But
what I said.
I mean, who says Kenobi doesn't have a brother? Who says, Kenobi doesn't have other family members that could have had a child later on?
Yeah, there's that. Obi-Wan's granddaughter, maybe, but even then, that's really...
Probably niece. They might be going with a niece and nephew angle instead because Kylo Ren is Luke's nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could do that. I think she's a Palpatine, per se. Why else would you abandon your child on a desolated planet that no one's heard of before? Because your grandfather is space Hitler.
Yeah.
I think that'd make sense if she was a Palpatine, because she comes from a desert planet. There is no way she's Luke's kid. I can't see Luke having a kid. I just can't see it. I mean, I suppose because he's not really a Jedi, he's a Grey Jedi. Because Grey Jedi, they can do what Anakin did without turning to the dark side, And he could have a kid, I guess, but why abandon it? Why not just train up the child from the very start? Couldn't have been Han and Leia's kid. Surely not. I mean, maybe after her supposed older brother turned to the dark side, they didn't want anything, like they wanted to protect her. But why not Leia raise her against the dark side of the Force by joining the New Republic? It doesn't make sense for her to be a Skywalker.
Not at all.
There was a theory going around which could be done, but really cool if it's done right, that she's a reincarnation of Anakin. Because think about it this way. Anakin can Force Ghost. We've seen at the end of Return of the Jedi, he Force Ghosts. Both original actor and Hayden Christensen. And if Kylo Ren is so hell-bent on living up to his grandfather's name in the dark side, I mean, take the Clone Wars, for instance. When shit hit the fan, Qui-Gon Jinn found out how to Force Ghost. He's the first one to Force Ghost. And when the Clone Wars was on, Qui-Gon shown up, and she's Jar Jar's daughter. Jesus, John.
Yeah.
And, you know, yeah, Qui-Gon Force Ghost. So why hasn't Anakin done that? Why don't we see Hayden Christensen making a small cameo? Regardless, his acting skills may have improved since he started in a farm. You know, he may have improved his acting. It'd be interesting to see that. If
it would be.
Anakin shows up and goes, Ben, dude, seriously, it didn't work out well for me, and I turned to the light kind of near the end, so you're kind of an idiot, dude.
Yeah. Hold up a second.
Okay. Jar Jar and Qui-Gon got together and no one knew. Now, that would be an interesting plot if Jar Jar or Qui-Gon were of a different gender. It takes two to tango, and two of the same gender can't reproduce without a bit of help. But then again, Anakin's backstory. Take that into account.
Yeah.
Who's Anakin's dad? Yuck, are you there?
I am here, yes.
Okay. I know you're kidding, John. I'm messing with you too. I'm kidding too. Come on. I'm not all 100% serious. I mean, come on.
I am trying to prevent my cat from getting in the room.
Kitty cat, get out of here. Have some catnip and fuck off. Go into bark like a dog and you'll run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying, shit, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, reincarnation of Anakin. That would make a lot of sense.
Oh yeah, wow, that would actually work really well.
Like that scene at the very end, apparently it starts there. And there was a leak, apparently, quote unquote, a leak, that the first few lines are, you know, Rey going, "Are you my father?" And Luke going, "No, you're my father." And Rey just goes, "You what?" Explain the whole thing about it being a reincarnated version of Anakin, which would make a lot of sense because Force ghosts are one with the Force. They can eternally do whatever they want. I wouldn't be surprised if Obi-Wan shows his face eventually. Maybe even Yoda.
And how would they would they just like follow Luke? Have they been training Luke in secret or something?
Probably.
Are we gonna see Ghost Qui-Gon in Episode 8?
That'd be cool. I want to see Liam Neeson come back. That'd be good. I mean, like, maybe. I mean, I don't know if Qui-Gon decided to fully be one with the Force after the Clone Wars. Because he only appears at times when he's needed or something. I don't know. Something in the hands of the Fates or the Priestesses of the Force or some crap. Lucasy. But yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, that would be great.
So yeah, maybe that's a theory. Maybe she's a Palpatine. Maybe she's a Kenobi. But I don't think she's a Skywalker.
Nah.
If they make her a Skywalker, I think I'll be severely pissed. Unless she's a reincarnation of Anakin, then I'll be 100% behind it.
Yeah, I've said this before, but that actually would work really, really well.
It's something they've never done before. It's original. But think about this, though. Obi-Wan could have a grandchild.
Yeah. There's that.
In Mandalore. Because he had a relationship with a Mandalorian queen, like, before he became a Jedi or something.
That would explain Rey's ability to fight if she is part Mandalorian. But they're not.
Yeah.
They're not born with those fighting skills. They're taught those.
Yeah. Like anyone, really.
Yeah.
You know, you don't come out of your mother doing kung fu skills, do you? You know,
No, you don't.
it's just, you know, interesting. But then again, maybe living on Jakku taught her how to fight, you know, because it's a harsh environment.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I've kind of mislaid a few characters. Before we wrap this up, what other characters do you want to see? I mean, apparently we have a little bit of Leia, but I think they didn't get to film it all before Carrie died, so I think they may change that.
Oh.
And but Poe and Finn. Poe is left in an easy place because he's just won a battle, you know, on Starkiller Base. He's like, woo! He's Poe Dameron, badass pilot. The new Han Solo, as it were, you know. But Finn, he had his entire spine slashed in with a lightsaber.
Yeah.
That's heavy stuff. I mean, yeah, I understand the hand being cut off, but his spine being attacked? Wow. What are they going to do? Recreate his back? Is he going to be a cyborg now? What's going on with Finn?
Yeah.
I really want to know
all those questions.
They're talking about making CGI. They've already made a CGI. No, never mind.
Yeah, do not go there.
We can't talk about that one. We can't talk about that one. It was spoiled for me, unfortunately. But still kind of cool though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think they'll kill her off. They'll just die of old age, and they'll start with a funeral scene or something in episode 9.
Yeah.
Which should be good. That should be it, because it should be alive in episode 8. I think they filmed all of episode 8, and episode 9 didn't film anything. So
yeah.
And Carrie died. What? New Year's?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what's going on with that. I mean, they could do a CGI Carrie Fisher. Technology is there; they can do it, but it's not the same as, like, say, an actor who has died for a good 20 years ago in a CGI format, or because she recently passed away. It's a bit more insensitive to CGI here, I think.
Damn cat.
I hate spoilers. Sally, that one death in episode 7. Oh, I remember now. Why did I forget that? Han freaking Solo. God.
Didn't you say he had to be somewhere?
He finished. He came back. He came back.
Now, didn't you say you had to be somewhere in like 20 minutes, like 25 minutes ago?
No, about an hour, but, I'll wrap up now. But that's why I was asking, what do you want to see for the future of Star Wars?
Yeah.
Okay, then. So we're wrapping up?
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much for watching the first live stream on Team Nerd TV. I've not really put out much content recently because I don't have my editing software. My computer was broken for a little while, and I had to get it fixed, and now I'm trying to regain everything that I have done. So eventually videos will be coming out here, there, and everywhere, and eventually I'll get more content out for you guys, which will be fantastic. So thank you very much for joining the live stream here. If any of you guys haven't already subscribed, please do so. It really is appreciated. I've only got 33. I want to amp it up a little bit, get more people to talk to on live streams, for instance. So thank you very much for joining this live stream. It means a lot to me because it was a bit of a clunky start, but I think next week will be a lot more smoother. So I've been Whitey the Bro Rock.
Thank you for...
And Dude,
I've been Yuck Yuck.
And always get your nerd on. Later.
Yep.
Now, how do you sound this out? I mean,
I don't know how to.
I think I hurt my foot.
I honestly don't know how to end these. But I don't know how to disconnect this from YouTube and stop it.
What
from
a
being
fantastic outro.
Thank you. We tried really hard.
God. All right, got it. See you later, everyone. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.